Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Oh yeah, we're painting again. We've got a few colours, some titanium white, some green, some phthalo green that is. I'll show you that one. Phthalo green. It's a one of the interactive acrylics. We've got some burnt umber, some cadmium red, yellow ochre and some blue. Sort of a cerulean blue, but it's actually called sea blue. That's this one. Peebo ones. I'm not brand loyal. I'll just go with whatever I've got. I like using whatever I've been given or bought, and I just go for it. Unless some huge paint company wants to sponsor this channel. Which is very unlikely. So let's get some phthalo green and white, and let's get this started. So I'm gonna use some black card. This is a black sketchbook, and I thought, I'll use some black because then I can do some like Northern Lights type background. So I'm just gonna pull up this paint. I'm just sort of flicking the paint upwards into like a pattern of sorts. Some of this Northern Lights, say it goes up there and then maybe down there. I was watching a video with Northern Lights in it and it got me inspired to do this painting actually. I was like, oh, that looks good. I'll try it. I'll try something like that. It was a video in Lapland, and they had like it was like a timer type thing, like a warning thing to tell you that the Northern Lights was there. Looks really good. And I thought, fancy doing a painting like that. Get some of this phthalo green. Phthalo green. I'll have it going all the way across. Is that going up like that? Bit of like there. Maybe I can have it bending down here. Bit bending around. Going like there. Maybe. And going off. So you can use a little bit lighter, a bit more white in your colour, and make it a little bit lighter in areas. Maybe I want this bit to be a bit lighter here. So upwards, up. A bit lighter there as well, I think. That looks good. I think it's quite good when you pick certain areas to be a bit lighter. You get a little bit more depth in the lights. Getting that there. Just pause my video in a second. Okay, that's a little bit better. For some reason my white balance was set on the wrong setting, so it wasn't really picking up the green. Because it is really phthalo green, it's quite strong. Get some of them stretching up a little bit. Yeah, quite like that actually. And you can always clean it up a little bit if you want to, or spend a bit more time on it. Use a bit of photo reference. But I quite like what I've done there. Quite like it. So what I might do now is put in a bit of a mountain. I might use this greeny white a little bit. Keep that colour going. It's not the greeny white colour. I was thinking maybe have a bit of a mountain over here. Oops, accidentally did that. Have it going sort of there. Maybe it goes like that there. Have a bit more green in it. Something like that. And then that can kind of go up there, and maybe it goes up to the side there. Maybe there's a piece that comes down here. Maybe that goes there, and then there's some here, like that. You can be really inventive. Make up your mountain the way you want it to look. So it goes like this. Using quite a light pressure, and then just sort of smudging it a bit. And that coming down like that. And maybe down like this again. Something like this. Maybe there's a bit of a peak there. Quite like these green areas as well in the mountain colour. And then on the other side we can use a little bit of blue. Might keep it quite dark. I might use a little bit of black as well. Sort of blue and black. I'm not going to use too much paint. That's what's good about using these black card paintings. You don't use much paint. You get away with using a lot less than normal. So I'll get a bit of black and a bit of blue. Black and blue. And then I can do my shadow side. So I've got the shadow side of the mountain sort of going down there. And you can do your shadow side as light as you want, or as dark as you want. It depends how you want it to be. So I'm keeping mine darkish, but I might, just so you can see it, I'll put a little bit of white in my blue. It can be really, really subtle on your shadow side and your highlight side. I'll put a little bit of white in so you can see the shape though. So I'm using light pressure on my brush and just pulling it down, and if the paint is a little bit dry, if it's drying on your brush a little bit, you tend to get these breaks in the colour, which works quite nicely. Cool that down a little bit with the blue. A bit more blue in here. Makes a big difference, doesn't it, when you put that blue in? Really cools it right down. I'm always really thinking about those two things, warm and cold, warm and cold. Although this painting, it's cold and cold. Even my light side of the mountain is looking quite cold, isn't it? It's quite a cold painting. Maybe there's a little bit of a piece that goes there as well. And I can look at that and I can think, well, where do I want a bit more light? Maybe a bit of a warm light. Or maybe I want to keep it all cool. Kind of feel like there should be a bit more of this. A bit more of this maybe down here. We've got a little bit of colour there. Just shaping that a little bit. I'll use a little bit of black just to bring that in a little bit there. So I'm pulling backwards there. Just think it could probably go back in a little bit and then straighten it off a bit there. Just making that look a little bit neater, really. Using a bit of black. Something like that. Yeah, I like that a lot better, actually. Now, while my mountain's drying, I can think about what I want to do. Do I want a bit of warmth in there, or do I keep this cool, this mountain? So I quite like the green on the mountain. I don't really want to lose that, so I might leave it. And I'll just come forward a bit. Maybe there's a bit of snow along the ground here. Use my finger just to smudge it a bit. And some snow. Bit of green in it. And just smudge the colour a little bit when it gets near the mountain sides. just to blend that land in together really. We can have that snow going all the way across like that. Have it going all the way there. Yeah, quite like that. It's quite nice. Maybe I can put a tree in. Put a little tree in somewhere. I might just toss a little bit there. Let's bring that up. Lighten that bit a bit. It might look a bit better. It does actually look a bit better. Just a little bit of a... gives it a bit more shape, doesn't it? A bit more sparkle in places. Bit more sparkle on there. It's quite nice actually. Use my brush going upwards like that. Just add a little bit more to it. Bit of colour there. A little bit there. Yeah, I like that. That's quite nice. Now, do I put a tree? I feel like a tree would be there. So I'm going to put a nice tree there. Maybe I'll just use a bit of white and a bit of the green and a bit of white. I'll just use a little bit of the two. I'll just put this tree in here. It's growing there. It's all full of snow. Just tap that tree in the corner of the brush. I'm just going to use the corner and then just tap it. Nice tree. Might have one behind it as well. One here. It's got a bit more green in it. Might add a bit of snow onto that because it looks a bit off now looking at it. Bit of snow on this one side, I think. Something like that. Can add a bit of green on this tree as well. That's quite nice. And then I think I love that snow coming up here. For those trees to be on. Just creating another area of land. Just show the bottom of that. Something like that. Yeah, just looking at that, thinking about what I can do. I kind of want some dark in that tree. I've done the whole thing light, and now I'm thinking, what if it had a bit of dark in it, a bit more dark in places. I think it'll look a bit better, a bit more dark in it. Yeah, it does look a bit better actually, like that. Get some almost pure white just to give it a bit of a sparkle. Like that, and then I'm thinking maybe I'll sparkle just a bit of this mountain in here, just give an area with a little bit more light to it. Like there. You can do that, you can add lots of layers and bring areas out that you want to bring out, or send them back to you. Yeah, I think I'll call that one. I quite like that. Nice easy one. You can do this one. Nice easy one. Nice northern lights with some mountains and a couple of trees. Just to finish it off, I'll say thanks very much for watching this one, and I'll see you at another one. Cheers, bye.